The Detroit Lions select interior defensive lineman Tyleik Williams from Ohio State. Woo! Hey, man. I think I've gotten too used to Brad Holmes doing something crazy on draft night. like I think I've gotten used to the splash, to us trading up to get JMO, to us trading down or back to get Gibbs because Bijan's picked and there he is, and we pick a running back and everybody's like, your draft value sucks. And then they see Jahmyr Gibbs and they're like, oh God, what did we do? First and foremost, I will trust Holmes. If this is the guy that Holmes wants, if this is what Holmes looks at and says, we need this desperately, if this is the dude, because I'm seeing people rank, oh, he's a B, oh, he's a C+, oh, it's an A-, forget about it, okay? And that's not just because I'm from Jersey. Forget about it. Like, I trust Holmes and I trust the evaluation. What I see in this kid is the potential to be a phenomenal piece right next to Lee McNeil. Like, selling out to stop the run. Because if there's something that he offers, that Williams offers right off the bat coming here, it's that run defense. And there's a lot of potential with this kid. And I was the type of guy who was clamoring for another edge. And there were some solid edges available. Philly picks one up, 3 picks later? There were some solid choices still there. But at what point, right, it's like these defensive linemen, they're going off the board. They're starting to go off the board. And we're looking at pick 60 next, correct? Are you going to get the guy that you need to have next to Aleem for the future? Now, I mean, Aleem isn't even going to be playing until what, game 7, maybe 8? So getting Williams, I love the fact that it's like, hey, we got to continue to beef up the trenches because these games are won in the trenches. And you look what Philly did last year to Mahomes and the Chiefs when the Chiefs actually didn't get help from the refs. And it was a disruptive line, disruptive edge. And I don't even remember them sending the blitz. Like, all I know is when I look at this pick, it is safe, not splashy. And I'm okay with that because we need some help up front. And when Hutch went down, this is where I'm like, dude, if we get another edge, opposite of Hutch, what can we do? Let's get Myles Garrett. Let's go get the... But I'm certain that Brad Holmes knows exactly what he's doing. I am certain that they know exactly what they're doing. If they find a guy like Kirby in the third, who's to say they can't find an edge in the second or third? Who's to say they can't find an edge who's going to make that impact play? Like, I trust it. And I love that, hey, we went with the safe pick. It's different than what we've experienced. Sewell was the safest pick, best pick, back in I don't even remember if that was 21, but that was like, hey, we need somebody to protect on the line. And we went and got Sewell, and it was one of the best picks we've ever made. And we switched him to right instead of left, like the whole thing. Now I look at Williams, and I'm like, all right, I trust it. I trust that we're going to get some interior disruption up front. Him and Aleem is going to be solid. You know, DJ Reader, I think we have got for another year, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that. But let's get some young blood up front. And Tyleik Williams coming out of Ohio State, he's got a nice 1-2 pop. And I think there's a lot of potential for heavy disruption against the run. So that being said, when you're watching teams like the Bears beef up their O-line, we got to find a way to get to Caleb Williams. Right? We got to find a way to get through the Packers. Like, you got to be looking at those division rivals and at the same time saying, okay, what are we doing over here? What are they doing? Ben Johnson selecting, what was that kid's name? Colston, am I correct? That tight end. That caught me off guard. Definitely thought they were going running back. I know Ashton Genty went off the board with the Raiders, but that coffee is good. Waking me up here at whatever goodness gracious time it is in the morning. And it might be like 6 a.m. And I was like, I got to talk about this. 6'3", 330 some odd pounds, disruption up front. I think the biggest thing is knowing that Brad Holmes is sold on him, right? Like his quote, he fits like a glove. There's more than just, hey, like we're looking. Because I think this guy, Tyleik Williams, was rated as like 41st overall best pick, and we pick him at 28, 29. And so you've kind of got this people scratching their head being like, well, was that the best pick? If Brad Holmes looks at him, Dan Campbell looks at him and they go, he's a culture fit. He's going to disrupt the run. He's going to be huge up front. We get him for the next 4 or 5 years. Like, in that, when it comes to that, I want culture fit guys. And we know that's who they're picking. We know that they're looking at him and they're like, not only is he a football player, not only is he a villain to the other team, not only do they have this grit mentality, but they've also got the side to them that's like, I mean, they're just a Detroit Lion. And if they look and they're looking and they're like, hey, yeah, Tyleik Williams from Ohio State is a Detroit Lion, get him up here. Let's go. Yeah, I wanted an edge, but you know what? Defensive line is where I'd be happy. Defensive line, it's like, we got to get to the opposing QB. And seeing when Hutch went down week 6 last year, the struggle to get to opposing quarterbacks, that's why we had to go out and get Zadarius Smith. Like all these things that you look at, you're like, all right, we gotta keep building those trenches. Don't give up on the trenches. Our offense is set. I mean, we just paid Kirby Joseph. It's like, let's disrupt the front. Let's get to the opposing QB. And yeah, it's the safe pick. It's not the splashy pick, but that's not a bad thing. And draft night can become this thing. And this is why I struggle with draft night sometimes, because it's Christmas Day and you're hoping for that one gift and you get a different gift. Doesn't mean it's a bad thing, but yeah, it's just kind of comparing and contrasting. So anyways, Tyleik Williams, welcome to Detroit. Happy to have you here. Excited to see this young man on this line next to Alim McNeill once he rehabs that ACL with Hutch, with the whole gang. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. So that's it, man. Let's get ready for day 2. This is the point where I stand up. And I walk by and the word subscribe comes out. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, here we go.